Hello internet friends, my name is Catherine and I'm the human behind creation Miss Couture. And today's episode is a fun one for me because we are trying a kettle technique to dye some roving. I haven't tried this technique yet. This was inspired by Rebecca from Chemnitz. I've seen her do that. I can't honestly, I've tried to find the video where she was doing this technique and I couldn't find it, so I hope I'm doing it right, and we shall see how it turned out. Alright, so today we're going to be experimenting with roving. So I'm going to be using the Swish roving from Knit Picks We Crochet. This is a 100% fine superwash merino wool. The main reason I'm using superwash today is because I just want to make sure that I'm not screwing up, but I don't want to I don't know. I just feel the superwash will be helpful to absorb the dye because I'm going to be using dry powder, and it's different than what I'm usually doing. It will be in a pot rather than in a pan. So, and since we're going to be working directly with our dry powder, we are going to be wearing a respirator. The colors we're going for are champagne, tornado gray, because this color has a tendency to break a little blue, and this is the effect I'm going for. Ballerina pink, because I'm almost done and I'm trying to get rid of this before opening the new jar. Sea spray, because this one there is some green undertone in this blue, and duckling because I want some bright yellow. I will be showing you the color inspiration in a moment. It will appear on the screen. So that color inspiration is from the Dyers Collective on Instagram. So every month they have a color prompt, and this one I'm trying to do different than usually. I'm usually showing yarn that I've dyed. So today we are going to be doing different, and we're going to be using roving. So we are going to get into pot. So I already have started the heat on this pot because it just takes a longer time for the pot to warm up enough to to be at a temperature where it actually cooks the yarn. I will also be wearing gloves and a respirator for the most part of this section because of the dry powder. And I've also, this is 100% a video inspired by Rebecca from Chemnitz. I just couldn't find the video again from when she did it, but from what I remember, she did it with 2 braids of unspun yarn, and I just can't remember what's the name of the video or what's the video, because she posts quite a lot as well, so I just don't know. I just don't remember which one it is. So what I'm going to do is grabbing my gloves. I will also put some acid already. I will put some acid in this. Remember, rule of thumb, it's 1 tablespoon per pound or 454 grams of fiber or yarn. So this is for the roving I have 158 grams. No, I have 100 grams, so 1 teaspoon should be plenty for what we're going to be doing. So I'll be wearing my respirator, so I will sound muffled. I apologize for that. So we are going to do layer by layer of this. And I think I'm going to start with a little bit of champagne. I'm always fascinated by what the color looks in the jar compared to what it will look once it's And you can see that the main reason I tried with superwash is because, as you can see, it does sink rather quickly. So we're done with the champagne, and we are going for soft colors, but not that soft. So I think I'm just going to add a tiny bit more. And remember, there's already acid, so it will start to strike. Well, maybe I don't need my glass for now. So we're going to do the next layer of fiber. And we're going to go with the tornado gray. It should be an interesting final result, that's for sure. And you can see what I mean by it has a tendency to break blue. So and now we're going to do the duckling. And my hope with this is that most of the color will stay where it is, but we will have transition, like secondary colors created with those, and that they're going to mix a little bit. So that's my hope. We shall see if it happens, and we shall see what it looks like at the end. That should be interesting to wash off later on. And we don't need my hair. Okay, and now we're gonna go with the ballerina pink. Because pink and yellow will create beautiful, soft, peachy orange. So that's also what we want. And now we only need to add the sea spray. Okay, so we've added all the layers for this. Okay, now that I don't have any dry powder open, I can remove the respirator, which is fantastic. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to let this cook for at least half an hour. Most likely will go up to 45 minutes once we reach the correct temperature, which would be roughly 95 degrees Celsius. I don't know what it's the conversion Fahrenheit for that. Um, because 95 Celsius is just below the boiling point because we want it to get high in temperature enough that it will strike the dye to the yarn, well, in this case, the fiber, but not to a boiling point, because when it boils, you risk felting, you risk also just burning your fiber in your yarn. So this is just a good idea to remember that you want it to go at a high temperature, but not too high that it will boil over. So we're going to let this cook, and we'll be back in half an hour, 45 minutes to see how we've been doing. All right. Look at how interesting the color has broke through. And we can see that it has, oh, we see still some paint. Yay. Okay, so this is, it's not boiling, it's just, okay, so we're going to turn it on. There's just like pocket of air trying to escape. Okay, so the color has been absorbed, it has struck. I just turned off the heat on this, and I'm going to try to stop touching it because I don't want to risk felting it, because that would be not pleasant. Okay, so we're going to let this cool down completely. And then we'll wash it, let it dry, and we'll see the final result. All right, let's do this. So here you can see that I've I'm trying at least to make it easier for me to get the fiber out of the bath I'm going to put it in. So I've installed this little mesh bag. You could probably use their lingerie ones as well. So I've used this to catch my fiber, so it would be easier for me to remove the water without moving the fiber too much, because you know, when it's wet, it's when it's at a higher risk of felting, and we do not want to felt anything. I know it's superwash fiber that I've had here. I just still want to make sure that I'm not going to felt it. So I've added my eucalyptus soap into the bath. You could also use a tiny drop of the Dawn dish soap. Use the blue one because this is the one with less harsh chemicals in it that could felt your fiber, that could also just like remove all the color and just like not be the greatest thing for the fiber. Or you can also use it with your yarn. So I will be working on this. We had barely a blue tint into the water, and it might just be because, as I've mentioned many times before, when you are working with fiber, usually you'll be working with the same water that you used for a bath to soak the fiber before you wash it. So it might just be some debris or the excess lanolin from the fiber itself that is tinting it, but I'm pretty sure it's just because we have used sea spray, and it has a little tendency to give a little tint to the water, but it doesn't mean that you're going to have a leakage or that you're going to have a lot of excess dye into your bath. I'm just being a little bit more precautious because I'm using this mesh bag, and I don't usually use a mesh bag, but that was the solution I found because usually I don't need to like drop the fiber into my bath. Usually I can just scoop the fiber and wash it very carefully like that, but it was different this time, and now I know I can do it, and it's pretty cool. So after we finish washing this, we're going to be putting it in my spin dryer in the bag. I will not be removing it from the bag because I just want to make sure that the fiber stays in place and we just minimize the risk of felting the fiber. Because what can I say? I am paranoid. That's one of my many problems in life. I'm an anxious person. What can I say? Yes, I know I have problems. Okay, so let's get into the spin dryer. I will show you that in a moment. I don't think we have any felting. Oh, we shall see. It's still a little humid. It's looking good. Let's let it dry for the night. And here's the final result for that Kettle technique inspired by Rebecca from Chemnitz. I think it turned out super fun and so pretty. So we have lots of negative space, which I was expecting, and I think it's going to create some very interesting marled effect on the yarn you would spin with this. And I'm glad I tried it out with superwash fiber at first, simply because I'm always afraid of felting, and I think with all the manipulation I did, I think I could manage to use a different kind of fiber next time. And I think next time I'm going to try with maybe the 100% untreated BFL I tried the other day, I don't remember, last time. So yeah, I think I'm going to try that technique once again next time. And look at how interesting it created a different pattern. Now, if I were trying this again, I don't think I would obtain the same result. So it's definitely something for very, very small batch and one-of-a-kind colors. It's not something I would try again for like a bigger production or like pre-order or something like that. So those will definitely still be one-of-a-kind things that I will do from time to time just for fun. And I think it's very interesting what it created. I think I'm going to keep this one and spin it to see how it turned out. Stay tuned, I might change my mind for that. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I would like to, if you've liked the video, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing. Those are the best way to help the channel grow, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon. Bye.